Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about language assessment principles and classroom practices chapter 7 Assessing Speaking by Brown and Abeywickrama. Let's get started. The first one, we talk about Introduction to Assessing Speaking. Chapter 7 begins by highlighting the significance of speaking as one of the core language skills. It explains that speaking involves not only linguistic competence, for example, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, but also pragmatic competence, knowing what to say, how to say it, and when. The authors emphasize that speaking is interactive and often spontaneous, which makes it challenging to assess. Unlike written language, spoken language include false starts, hesitations, and real-time processing. Therefore, speaking assessment requires thoughtful design to capture authentic ability. The next one, basic types of speaking. We have imitative, intensive, responsive, interactive, extensive, or monologue. Brown and Abeywickrama classify speaking activities into 5 types based on the speaker's task. Imitative speaking involves repetition, for example, saying a sentence after a model, focusing on pronunciation and form. Intensive speaking includes tasks like reading aloud or producing short phrases under controlled conditions. Responsive tasks require short replies to questions or comments. Interactive speaking involves longer exchanges, such as conversations or interviews. And the last one, extensive speaking, includes more elaborate forms such as storytelling, speeches, or oral presentations. Each type increases in complexity and authenticity. In this slide, I'm going to explain about micro and macro skills of speaking. According to Brown and Abeywickrama, speaking requires micro skills and macro skills. Micro skills focus on the smaller language units, such as producing individual sounds phonetically, using the correct words form, applying accurate grammar, and placing stress and intonation properly. These skills help a speaker sound natural and correct. Macro skills deal with larger language functions. A speaker must know how to organize ideas in a logical order, participate in conversations using turn-taking strategies, and respond appropriately in different social settings. For example, how you speak to a teacher is different from how you speak to a friend. Macro skills also include being able to adjust language based on the situation or listener, formal or informal, which is called pragmatic competence. A complete speaking assessment needs to check both sets of skills, not only grammar and vocabulary. According to Brown and Abeywickrama, speaking requires both micro skills and macro skills. Design of speaking assessments. For this slide, designing a speaking assessment involves several important steps. The first one, teachers must identify the purpose of the test. What exactly are students supposed to show? Is it pronunciation, fluency, ability to express opinions, or all of them? The goal should guide the design. Next, the assessment must have clear scoring criteria. This means deciding what aspects will be scored, like fluency, vocabulary, or interaction, and how each will be rated. A well-designed rubric helps with this. Third, task types should match the learning objectives. For example, if students have been practicing conversations, a role play task is better than just reading aloud. The last one, the assessment must be reliable, consistent results across time and readers, and valid, really testing speaking ability, not just memory or listening. The authors stress that speaking tests should be practical, efficient, and reflect real communication as much as possible. Speaking test tasks, for example, read aloud, interviews, picture storytelling, role plays, group discussions, or debates. Brown and Abeywickrama list several useful task types for assessing speaking. Actually, each one has different strengths and can be used for different purposes. The first one, read aloud. Tasks are good for checking pronunciation and fluency, but they are not communicative because the speaker doesn't create language. The next one, interviews. Interviews are more interactive. The student answers questions in real time, which shows their spontaneous speaking ability. However, the examiner's attitude can affect the student's performance. Number three, picture storytelling. How students describe what they see in the picture. This text encourages vocabulary use, grammar, and narrative ability. Number four, role plays. Role plays. Number four, we have role plays. Role plays allow students to use language in a social situation. For example, ordering food or asking for help. This helps test pragmatic and interactive language use. Number five, group discussions or debates. Group discussions or debates are useful for advanced learners. These tasks show how students can negotiate meaning, give opinions, and respond to others. The last one, choosing a variety of task types makes the speaking assessment more complete and engaging. Alright, I think it's enough for me to this point. Thank you for your nice attention and see you for the next chapter. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.